Hello! Okay, so we're doing this. We are revisiting the gun topic because I'm getting video responses from Not Regme. Don't call him Regme because he's not. I don't know his name. Okay, this is a video response because few things. First of all, guns in self-defense. If we were to use the experience that I had where a guy came in brandishing a gun, obviously not looking to shoot anyone really, just kind of a desperate cry for help, and we do know he was mentally ill. Let's say I, as a law-abiding citizen, had a gun and the right to use it, I suppose, and I went and I saw this guy is a threat to all these people. I'm going to take it into my own hands to shoot him in the foot, okay? I understand that he wouldn't be dead, but he would have a very broken foot, and then we both would have got into trouble because I shot somebody, and he was obviously causing chaos in the city. So we've just turned what turned out to be one man doing what he needed to do and no one getting actually hurt, and now two people getting into a lot of trouble and one man getting very hurt. So in this case, guns didn't defend anybody. They didn't save any lives. They damaged two as opposed to one. Now let's say I, for whatever reason, I'm driving a car. I don't drive, but let's say I'm driving my car, driving along. Some guy comes and takes my car. I could then pull out my gun and threaten his life for a car. Now, without, let's take another route. I give him my car and he totals it, maybe fills it with drugs, blows it up, whatever. I'm sorry. Hello, Mr. Mr. Insurance guy. I just had my car stolen. I need you to pay out for me to get a new car. Then I get a new car, and crazy guy that stole my car has just gone and done something crazy. Whereas if I had gone and threatened him, then there's a case of possibly someone dying that doesn't need to. I know technically a guy that comes and steals your car is probably going to do some, has no problem with doing damage himself, but if we were to put it just as it is, a guy wants to steal a car for whatever reason, and the car owner has a gun and just shoots the thief. Then you've got someone who would have been charged with Grand Theft Auto, and someone who could be charged with grievous bodily harm and possibly murder or manslaughter, is it? But then they both get into trouble anyways. So, and then the other case, the third case that I will give you, a guy comes in, or a guy tries to snatch me up, because everyone loves this one, because I'm small and blonde. A big man with a gun tries to snatch me up, and then I have a gun as well. Then it's just a Russian standoff. Who shoots first? No, Mexican standoff? A cold Russian war. Okay, this is why I always get this mixed up, because of the Cold War with Russia. It's a Mexican standoff as to who can shoot fastest. Either way, someone's going to die, or at least get very, very damaged. In the cases where I don't have a gun, it's 99% going to be me that gets pretty, it becomes the victim. In the cases where we both have guns, it only really makes it 50-50 who's the victim. Like, technically he's still the assaulter because he started it. But chances are it's two people with a gun. Someone's going to get shot. Probably someone's going to get shot and then they're going to shoot because the aim was bad or whatever. So in that case, you could have one person getting hurt, and then in the case of having guns, you could also have one person getting hurt or killed. Okay, either way, you're probably going to get someone hurt and you're going to get someone killed. I'm being very honest. If I have a gun, or whether I don't have a gun, if it's me up against a large male who wants to do damage, gun or not, I'm probably going to lose. Because, I mean, give me all the training you want, it's still kind of like, okay, here's a small woman that I can rape and torture and kill. This is what the guy wants to do, okay? Then I come out and I have a gun, then it's like, okay, well, I'll kill you first, then I'll rape you, then I'll torture you. Or I'll kill you first, then I'll just rape you. Do you see what I mean? Either way, it's still most likely going to be me that's most disposable. And if... I still think that shooting someone that tries to attack you is still just shooting someone, okay? If you're getting... I just don't think, like, you can have what we had in the city where a guy comes in with a gun, no one gets hurt, because words were used. I'm not kidding. Words were used for a very long time. I just feel like when guns get added to a situation where no one really holds an authority figure, you kind of escalate the situation. You add guns to a Grand Theft Auto case, like, you know what I mean, someone stealing my car, not that I have a car, but hypothetical car, then someone can get shot. And I kind of maintain my fatalist perspective on this, because if I'm going to get shot, I'm going to get shot. If I'm going to have to put in like I guess in a way, if I'm going to have to take fate into my own hands and shoot someone else, it is actually my fault. You know what I mean? Whereas if I get shot, then I get shot. If I get hit by a bus, I get hit by a bus. It's the same risk that I take every day walking in front of traffic. And then the other thing is, when we came to the topic of why do you trust the police to use their guns for the right reason? I don't always. If we were to go for the mass conspiracy theory of, you know, government trying to kill off its population. For us to prevent that by getting guns, we have to trust them to do it correctly. So what I was trying to say in my comment was that, okay, if right now I say, hang on, the government's making me a weaker minority because I don't have a gun and they can simply just shoot me for whatever reason, and because they're police they can brush it under the carpet, whitewash it, and, you know, the government's corrupt, rada. So for me to prevent this, I can be like, you know what, let's change our gun laws. They'll be like, okay, here you go, this is going to speed up the killing off of the masses process. Not that I'm saying that any of this is actual fact or anything, this is just a hypothetical. If someone believes that a government's going to kill off the masses, then giving the masses guns is a pretty good way of doing it. If they were to... So if I said, okay, let's say we lobby, we petition, we riot, we get our guns, okay? And then the government starts making them very accessible, giving them to people like the man in the city who is mentally ill, or at least allowing them to get them. Then you got a bunch of crazy people with guns as well, because they haven't actually corrected the fact that there are crazy people. They've just said, here are some crazy people and here are some guns. So we've still got the problem of people are crazy and probably committing crimes, and now they could possibly have guns. So, killing off a mass as a government force, if you will, could be done without the people having guns, and then it can also be done by letting the people kill themselves with guns. Do you see what I'm getting to here? If you're not going to trust the government to not kill you, then why should you trust the government to look after you when they give you a lethal weapon? I feel like it's a very double standard that if a government isn't trustworthy, that a government is more trustworthy because you have a gun in your hand. Or that anyone's more trustworthy because you have a gun in your hand. Like, you can't hurt me, I have a gun. That's like... I feel you save more lives with a bulletproof vest than you do with a gun. Do you see what I mean? Because, yeah. So, prevention is the best cure, not like a... I feel like, I don't know, I still don't see the point in guns as self-defense doesn't really work in my head, because you're just making it an equal fight for the person who wants to hurt you. You're not actually saying, like, if a big burly man came up to me, you're saying that me pointing a gun in his face will be very scary. He's probably already got his gun either out or visible. Or he's just being a big burly man. I don't see how me having a gun changes that. And then what if I become a murderer? That's fucking big. That is big. Okay? A murderer in self-defense. Even still. Conscience and and karma. I don't care about law so much when it comes to a person's life. It's big. It's big. Heavy stuff. I understand that where was it that you kind of... It was somewhere... And as for if I looked... Sorry, I'm just reading through the comments. As for if I looked into this a little bit further, no, I didn't. Not because I don't care or that I'm being ignorant. Simply... Oh, actually, yeah, it is just kind of like... change that completely. It's just that I feel like I've had my point put across as clearly as I can. I don't believe in guns. I understand them slightly better, I guess, from some of the points that you made. Like, and I've never said that having a gun means that crime's gonna get done, or not having a gun means that crime won't happen. Like, I still know crime's gonna happen regardless. I've come from some messy places, and I've been around guns. Like, not gonna mention who or what kind of gun or why, or anything about the gun, or the legal status of the gun, but I've been around guns, and, like, having a gun in your house is one thing. Having a gun, and for me personally, carrying it around is using it. That is, like, the use of a gun. To carry it around is using it. If you have a gun in your house, that doesn't bother me at all. If you've used a gun to kill animals, depending on what kind of animal it is, or what you're killing the animal for, it's a different story, I guess. But most of the time, if you're carrying the gun around in public, hidden, concealed, whatever, unloaded, loaded, that still, to me, is a threatening kind of... It's more of a threat than a person. I don't know. I guess if you don't know that the gun's there, ignorance is bliss. But I know, and I know people that have done far worse. I know people who have done and had done to them far worse without guns. But, I shouldn't mention that. So, I don't know. I understand that, like, I'm not saying that guns cause crimes. The gun doesn't. If guns don't kill people, people kill people, then toasters don't toast. I had to put that out there. And no, I know, but the gun doesn't kill a person. The person holding the gun, shooting the gun, kills a person. But if you didn't have, I know it gets totally beyond, because now we have to say all weapons, and then how do you cut things like that you don't. It's tricky, it's complicated, I don't have my full, like, I don't have a solution. I'm just saying that most people holding guns will be a problem. Not saying that getting rid of the gun is a solution, not saying that I have the solution, just that most of the times where I've seen guns in use, it hasn't left anyone safer. Does that make sense? Kind of. And like I said, in the situation where there was a gun and a crazy person in the city, nobody got shot because no one had guns. Except for the bad guy. I know, but no one got hurt. And I'm thankful for that. And I'm not saying that, I'm saying that more so removing yourself from the situation is better defense than involving yourself further with a weapon. If you're not in the situation, you're pretty damn defended. That's self-defense 101 right there. Don't get into situations where you need to defend yourself. And that's like an ignorance is bliss kind of situation. And I'm not going to deny that. But I don't think me carrying a gun makes me any safer. I think me walking a different route home or not walking after dark might. But I don't do that either. I walk the same route every day, at nighttime, morning, whenever. Because I'm a fatalist more than anything. But those are more my views on the whole thing. So I hope that kind of cleared up my few things. And yeah, can't wait to see your video response to this video response of your video response. Whoa! Okay. Alrighties. Yeah, and to the viewers that are watching this that are kind of like, what? Obviously his videos will be linked in the description below, as well as the original video, and yeah, let's see where this conversation goes. And if you want to leave a video response, obviously feel free, and comments, I get a conversation started, because it's obviously a very important topic where lives are obviously involved. And this lighting has been shit all video, but it was more important to make the video and put my point out there than to worry about the lighting and how I look. So I love you guys, and you will see me in the next video, or you'll see Not Reg Me in his video. And I hope you enjoyed this. It's a pretty heavy, dense topic.